Right, camera test. This thing on. Mic check 1 2. All right, good. All right, your boy's back, and last week around this time, I made a video called "The Top 10 Types of Women That Men Should Avoid." And just to be fair, I got to do a follow up. I had to do it. Might lose a few friends, make a few enemies, and all that other crap. But yes, this video is called "The Top 10 Types of Men That Females Should Avoid." I mean, it's only fair, but I'm gonna just get right into it. The number one type of guy that females should avoid: players. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's for obvious reasons. And the thing is, these the players like the pretty boy, swagging type of dudes. I mean, how they say that no woman wants a man that no other woman wants. I mean, I believe that's true for the most part. But just because that guy might appeal to you on a just because he might appeal to you, like he might be some eye candy for you, and he might be something to brag about to your homegirls. Like, ooh, look what kind of man I got. I mean, just because he has all that, just because he looks good, it doesn't mean he's gonna be faithful to you. And that's where a lot of females mess up at. I mean, so players, while they might be, good to look at, but I mean, really, that's all they got to offer. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be his first choice. It ain't gonna mean you his last choice. And like I said, it don't mean he's gonna be faithful to you. So players, be cautious with them. I mean, but ironically, that's the kind of guys that females should stay away from. But it's also the kind of guy who they're attracted to the most. So players, avoid them. Number two, bums. Dudes who are lazy, dudes with no ambition. And the messed up thing about it is, a lot of bum dudes, they're like I've even witnessed this, and like some of my female friends who actually dated bum type of guys will be able to vouch for this too. They say, they're initially nice guys, but it's just that when they get in a relationship with them, they have no kind of drive, no kind of ambition, and they'll be the type of nigga that will get you pregnant and then expect you to take care of him and your child together, and that's not fair to her. So a lot of those bum type of dudes, I mean, they kind of hard. I mean, sometimes some of them are easy to spot out, but then again, some of them are not so easy. Like I said, because they turn out to be nice guys at first. I'm sorry if I'm talking so fast, but yeah, bum type of guys, stay away from them. Um, Number three, control freaks. These abusive type of guys, the kind of guys who have a hard time trusting their women. And they're the whole like it's my way or the highway type of guys. I mean, those are the type of guys who end up abusing their women, end up beating their ass. And if ladies, if you're in a relationship with this type of guy, I mean, like at the first sign, leave. I mean, I don't care how scared you are to leave. I mean, some women get with these kind of guys because they insecure and they can't, they don't think they'll be able to get another man to treat them better, or they don't think they'll be able to find a. They think that if they get another man, that he'll be the exact same way that the guy they're with is now. And that's not true, because there's still plenty of good men out here. I mean, don't get struck with a control freak. I mean, because don't be in a relationship where it's like it's not a relationship, it's a dictatorship. Don't be in a relationship with it. It's my way or the highway kind of guy. And some women fall for these guys, and then it's hard for them to get out of a relationship because they'll be like, oh, I know it seems like it's bad on the outside. I mean, their friends are telling them to leave him. They family members telling them to leave him, but they'd be like, oh, he loves me. He just looks bad on the outside. No, leave him at the first sign of that. So, yeah, control freak kind of guys, stay away from them. Number four, show off kind of guys. These guys can be like, pretty boy types too, but like they try to appeal to females on a superficial level. They try to, the whole, look at my watch, look at my chain, look at my car, look at the rims on my car. And these are the kind of guys who actually attract gold diggers, and complain, they want to complain about it. I mean, but like, yeah, ladies, avoid guys who, of the show offy, swagging type of guys. I mean, like, like, not all that glitter is gold. So yeah, if he tries to appeal to you on a superficial level, if he tries to impress you with what he's got on the outside and not on the inside, then yeah, you might want to leave him alone ASAP. All right, number five type of guy to avoid, and this one should be in the top three, but thugs, hood niggas, bad boys. I mean, and it's for the obvious reasons too. I mean, girls, like, they're attracted to these dudes because like I guess they seen as manly men. I mean, I guess like a nice guy, a typical nice guy would seem weaker than a thug would, and of course there's that myth about a thug being able to put it down better than a nice guy, but that's not true. And thugs can like be a combination of the players, the control freaks, and the show offs. So they can have the traits of all three. All three of them negative traits. I mean, but the thug type of dudes, like, and of course if he get his ass in trouble, then he's gonna want you to hold him down. and that's not fair to anybody else who would want to try to get at you. And if he gets you pregnant, then he's gonna go on to the next chick, and then just completely ignore you and go on to the next one. So yeah, the thug hood type of dudes, like I said, a lot of females are attracted to these kind of guys only because they don't know better. But to the ones who don't know better, they might need to date an asshole too, just to know that that's not the kind of guy that they want in their life. Number 6. I'm about to bust a lot of dudes out with this one, but undercover guys. I like to call these guys the wolf in sheep clothing kind of guys, because these are the kind of dudes who will, try to get in good with her, try to disguise themselves as her friends, only to not reveal their true motive, that they trying to get in their pants just like everybody else. Those kind. But then again, like those kind of guys trap themselves in the friend zone. But yeah, the undercover guys, I'm not saying you should date him, but like, constrain, keep him on a short. I'm like, I don't even like the friend zone either, but like, keep that guy on a short leash, or and don't let him fool you into thinking that he wants to be your friend when really he's just trying to smash or date you just like every other guy. So watch out for. I ain't saying just dismiss him, but just watch out for those kind of guys. All right, number 7. Home-wrecking dudes. If you're in a relationship, or if you're talking to a guy, or like if you're official, there's gonna be these kind of thirsty ass vulture type dudes, who know that you're in a relationship, but they gonna still try to talk to you anyway. They'll be like, these are the classic lines they're gonna use, like, "Hey, baby girl, what's up?" And then you tell them you got a man, and then you be like, "Oh well, your man, your man ain't got nothing to do with me. It could be our little secret." Or like, "Your man, where your man at?" Like, I don't see your man around. And if you immediately hear any of those lines, cut his ass off. Like, just immediately, just because you already know what he wants, you already know what he's trying to get at you for. So all them guys, homewrecker dudes, X them out. All right, two-faced men. Now this one is like, a lot of y'all gonna be able to relate clearly to what I say about this. Now these two-faced guys, they got this whole Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of situation going on with them. They're nice to you one day, then assholes to you next day. They get along with your family one day, and then the next day, like, "I can't stand that motherfucker. I can't stand your family. Your mom is such a B word, or your dad is such an asshole." Oh, and what about this? Like, y'all be able to relate to this one clearly too. Like, he acts a certain way around you, and then around his friends, then he acts like you don't exist. Y'all know exactly what I mean by that. And it's like, if he can't act a certain way around you, if he can't be 100% around you all the time, then guess what? You don't need him. Kick his ass to the curb, go on to the next one. So watch out for them two-faced type of men. The next one, insecure men. Now, insecure men, like, they can kind of have control freak traits, but the thing is, like they're the type of guys who are suspicious, but they're suspicious about their woman cheating, and the only reason why they might be worried about their woman cheating is for two reasons. One, they doing the cheating themselves, or two, they worried that another guy is gonna take you from them. And I've had that problem, before in one of my past relationships. But you kind of don't need that kind of guy. Like, that kind of guy, he needs to grow up. He needs to have yeah, pretty much like I said, he needs to grow up. So the insecure kind of men, like, avoid them. They have good they have good hearts, and they have good intentions, but their only problem is they need to stop being so insecure and grow up. All right, now these type of guys, this is the last one, and feel free to hit me up with any bonuses y'all got. Now, the guys who have a crazy ass psycho ex or multiple baby mamas, guys who got a history of hopping around and stuff like that. And believe it or not, these will be the kind of guys that end up trying to have sex with your friends. That's just a head. I ain't trying to put nobody on blast. I'm just saying that's a heads up. So a lot of the guys who got a history of, just going around, just hopping, female hopping and stuff, avoid them. Like I said, if they got a crazy ass ex or crazy baby mama, like, you don't want that problem. You don't want them problems, and you do not want that drama. And like, you shouldn't have to fight nobody, or you shouldn't have to like do something illegal, something that'll get you put in jail over a guy that you dating. But anyway, those are the top 10 types of men that females should avoid. Fellas, what you think? Do you think I'm right? I want your feedback too. And ladies, what do you think? But anyway, I'm glad y'all listened. I'll be back with another video soon. All right? Peace.